everybody, welcome back to the DigiSpace YouTube channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we talk all about digital tools, creating digital tools, some inspiration, and how to make the most out of every single day. So today I decided to film something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. What inspired this was the fact that I was feeling a little unmotivated, a little uninspired with different aspects in my life, and I'm an extremely visual person. I absolutely love my iPad. I do everything on my iPad, including digital planning, journaling, you name it. I do it all on my iPad. And I decided that I want to create some new goals with it being more than halfway through 2021. I just really want to set some really good, healthy habits now so that when it comes to the new year and setting new goals, it's going to become a little bit easier to transition into those healthy habits because I already have them in my repertoire and I've already started working on them now. We're going to jump right into this. So go ahead and grab your iPad. You can also use a pen and paper for this. If you want to go super old school, that's totally fine. Go grab yourself a drink. I got my nice ice cold water here, and let's get right into this video. So the tools that you're gonna need, as I mentioned, was either an iPad or notebook or paper, whatever you would like, and something with a few pages, because we're gonna be doing a few pages here. A writing utensil. I love my Apple Pencil. And the next thing that you're gonna need is actually an app called Procreate. So this is actually how the app looks like. Procreate is basically a app for digital artists, digital illustrators, you name it. There's so many features in this app. There are a lot of Procreate tutorials out there that you can watch on how to get started with Procreate. I actually have had this app for a few years now and I've just really started using it. So I'm sad that I just discovered that I had a very powerful app on my iPad, but I love it so much. I can show you a few things that I've used it for. So I've done a lot of different digital illustrations, following different tutorials. So yeah, that is Procreate. So the first thing we're gonna do here is actually set a new canvas. So you're just gonna hit this plus button, and then I just use the screen size right here. That is totally fine. And it opens up a new canvas. So once you have your canvas opened, you can actually go into this little circle. This is where you can select any of your colors. And I'm gonna use like a darker or a lighter gray here. And under the paintbrush tool, under textures, Procreate actually comes with a grid paintbrush. So I'm just gonna go ahead, use it here. Make sure you don't lift up your pencil, because if you lift up your pencil, you'll create these lines. So we're gonna start that again. I'm actually gonna make these grids a little bit smaller. My brush size, it's about 50% here. And I'm actually gonna turn down the opacity here. So you just click this button right here. This is actually gonna open up your layers menu. Click the N, and then you just lower down the opacity so that the grid squares, you can see them, but they're not super opaque. Perfect. The next thing is to go right into the gallery, and then I'm going to select it. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to select both of the pages and then stack them. And then once you click the stack, it opens it up into its own like little folders. So as I mentioned, this is just like a new thing that I'm doing now because I am feeling a little unmotivated, a little uninspired these days. So I'm a very visual person. I love to see everything written down as is. And when I do, I'm more likely to follow through. So the first step is to create a vision board. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know how much I absolutely love vision boards and how much I believe in manifestation and just writing down your goals, visualizing your goals, creating a way to measure out your goals so you can see how close you are to achieving them. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna make a vision board. And the way that I make a vision board is I actually go on Pinterest and get some inspiration. I will go ahead and search different things that resonate with me, and then I will save them into my camera roll and then add them into and create my vision board. have accumulated all the photos I want to use, I will go ahead into the Procreate app and insert them into my vision board page. So you just hit that little wrench button on the top, click add, and then click insert photo, and then you'll insert your photos and resize them how you wish and create your beautiful vision board. So I will speed up and fast forward this process. Came out. I absolutely love it. So when you go into the layers, you'll see that all of the images are inserted as a layer. So what you can do here, you can do two things. You can either highlight all of them, which is just like swiping to the right, or what you can do is merge all of them. So you'll just take your fingers and just bring them all together. Just merge them and then just pinch them together, and then it's all just one layer. So after I've created my vision board, I'm gonna go back into the gallery, and then I'm actually going to duplicate this page again because I wanna always have one blank page in case I wanted to add something else. So I'm gonna click on another blank page. So step number 2 is going to be to actually set some goals. So basically what I'm gonna do now is create these little boxes, and these boxes are actually going to be different aspects of my life that I would like to improve upon. The 6 different areas are career, financial, dream, which is DigiSpace, health, spiritual, and personal. So these are basically the 6 areas that I would love to see improvement on in my life. In the career area, I definitely am wanting to be more grateful of the opportunities that come my way in terms of my career, my ever-changing career, and then of course just staying true to my values and what I value in a company. The next is financial, and of course, saving is the big one, staying in the budget, creating a baby fund, and tracking my expenses because I'm crazy like that, which is tracking everything. For my dreams, this is more so for DigiSpace. I want to continue posting consistently, designing more products, expanding my product line, and being resourceful. I really do have a goal of making 20 sales. That would be amazing. And then expanding the free products with the Digi Crew. If you don't already, join the crew so you have access to some free products. So you'll notice that I'm just going to continue making my way through each and every category here. And there are a lot of goals that I'm writing down here. And one thing I do want to mention is that you have to be, realistic. And I've mentioned this before in my previous videos, being realistic with yourself and understanding that it takes time for habits to be created and for goals to be achieved, especially these bigger goals that are not currently in my repertoire right now, or these behaviors that are not in my repertoire. So I'm going to be patient with myself, but of course I would love to accomplish each and every one of these goals. And the last thing I do here is just decorate the page a little bit, make it look a little cute, because that's the goal here. And this is the final product of my goals bullet journal page. I think it looks super cute and I already feel motivated. Step 3 is writing down your ideal week. I got this idea from another YouTuber, Flourish Planner, and after completing this spread, I was very impressed as to how motivated I felt to follow through with these steps. As you saw, the first thing that I did was create a cute header, and then I wrote down the days of the week down the side and highlighted the letters. Each highlighted section was created using the water bleed brush under the water brush set. It's completely free, and they represent a fitness goal, which is the top line, and then a content goal, which is the bottom line that I'm creating right now. They look close together, so I separated each section with a simple black line using the monoline brush under the calligraphy brush set. Then went ahead and wrote down each goal. I am so excited to start this lifestyle. It's really been such a struggle balancing everything, being a mom, trying to work on my fitness, and leaving time for family. It's been a wild few weeks for sure, but I really feel like taking the time to create this mini bullet journal is going to help me accountable or help me stay accountable for sure. I'm not training for a marathon or anything wild, so moving my body every day, even if it's for just 20 minutes, is definitely going to help me feel better. And that's why I don't have anything written down like an intense workout. And as far as content, I really need to get better with TikTok. So I'm dedicating a few days to film TikTok videos and schedule them out on the days that I want to. And of course, I gotta have my rest days. I gotta rest my body and just have a day where I'm not working too much. On the bottom here, I'm just writing a few habits that I definitely want to track every single day. And it's some basic stuff like drinking a gallon of water, which is what I already do. I want to do more gratitude and affirmation practice every day. I want to start implementing a green juice for sure. And then, of course, just moving my body. Here's a quick little tip on how to move something that's already in the same layer. You're just gonna click that little squiggly tool on the top, highlight it, click the arrow, and then just move it. I finished off this section by highlighting the habits, and there's the spread. On to step 4, which is writing down my ideal day. I had so much fun creating this spread. This is a disclaimer. Every day is 1000% not going to look like this. I was very broad as to what I wrote down for each time block, and trust me, there's no way I can work on a strict schedule like this because my son takes up a lot of my time and it's definitely not consistent. But I do love that I am going to start my days earlier to get my workout in. This is definitely the best time since my son and my man are sleeping at that time, and it's perfect to get in my me time. I love starting my day off with a healthy routine because it sets a good foundation for the rest of my day to make much healthier choices for sure. So I'm just writing down the times here going down the side, very similar to what I did for the last spread. So like I said, I'm gonna start waking up early, and I think this is definitely going to be an amazing schedule that I can stick with. I know it's gonna be difficult at first, but practice makes improvement. I'm currently home with my son, and the job that I'll be starting will also be from home, so the schedule can vary day to day since they are flexible for parents, so that's such a huge plus. But ideally, this is what my work schedule will be. I also schedule in time to work on DigiSpace creations and designs, specifically 2 hours a day. I'm going to try my best to stick to that because I swear I can work on DigiSpace for 24 hours a day, but also feel like I got nothing done. The last part is extremely important to me. I have not been winding down appropriately. I've literally been staying on my iPad for hours on end. Sometimes it's needed because I set a strict deadline to upload these YouTube videos every Thursday, and I have stayed up until 3 a.m. to edit, but I really need to get into a solid nighttime routine. I really have to remind myself that things will happen in due time. It's not going to happen overnight. There are definitely so many aspects of my business I would love to work on and improve, but the biggest improvement begins with myself since I am the face of my business. The better I can become, the better my business and every other aspect in my life will be. And I really hope that this inspires and motivates you. The last and final step is the most important, and it is to take action. I'm going to export this as a PDF into my GoodNotes 5 app, which is the app I use for all of my digital planners and journals. All you have to do is click the little gallery button, select all of the pages, export as PDF, and click the GoodNotes app. And here it is. It's so beautiful. We took all this time to create this beautiful goal setting bullet journal. Now we have to put in the work. Start one day at a time, and remember that the beginning is always the most challenging. It takes a solid 1 to 3 months to really establish a habit. You have to be consistent. On the days that I do not feel like following through with these goals, I'm excited to open up my bullet journal to remind myself of what I'm working towards. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this inspires you to create your own, or if you followed along and created with me, then yes, you freaking got this. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if anything resonated with you, and comment down below one of your biggest goals so that I can root for you, because I am 1000% rooting for you. See you next week, everybody. Peace.